I got some
Anyways.
smoke for you, Brad. I got some.
Yeah.
We can go with the Indiana football.
Pac-12 memory of the week, by the way. Roquan Smith committing to UCLA.
I actually, it's funny. My dad told me to bring back the Pac-12 memory of the week this week. He should bring it back because he missed it.
I did. It's Roquan Smith committing to UCLA.
There's a happy Father's Day to
never
all the
signed the papers. Went to Georgia.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah.
That there's a Father's Day
you.
present. Indiana had I think they had a home and home scheduled with Virginia starting in 2027. That's no longer on the table. I don't know whose side that came from, whether that was Virginia or Indiana, but this one's going to piss a bunch of people off. Indiana added powerhouse Kennesaw State to the 2027 non-con schedule.
They're a rising power in college football. They just fired their coach. By year 3, I mean, he should have them in a playoff contending roster.
Do I care? No. Is it going to help quell the noise of
we have to play in the Big Ten
schedule? No.
Despite what Diego Pavia says, we have to play in the Big Ten, 9-game schedule every week, no weeks off. You know.
Let's go to Pavia next, Brad. I'm glad you said that because Diego Pavia was on Bussin' with the Boys. He said a lot of different things during that podcast, a lot of which were very funny. The funniest thing was a shot at the Big Ten, but it wasn't even really a shot at the Big Ten. It was a shot at Purdue. It was a I mean, but it was coming from Diego Pavia. So it's like he really was just making fun of Purdue and Nebraska. No, it was definitely a shot at the Big Ten, but I thought it was hilarious. And I noted in my comment back to it that the two schools that he chose to single out, Nebraska and Purdue, got beat by Indiana by a combined 115-7.
Well, it's almost like that's funny coincidence. It's almost like he's taking a shot at Indiana.
It's almost like that came from the quarterback who started for a team that lost to Georgia State.
So funny. It's just the delusion, man. It's crazy. You're telling me Mississippi State is not a bye, how you would consider like Purdue a bye week or like Northwestern a bye week. You're not telling me like Mississippi State, Vanderbilt on a given year, Arkansas recently aren't just like absolute pushovers of teams. I mean, Florida like 4 years ago was that. I mean, you have iterations of these teams. Like, yeah, generally Florida is good, but like on a given year, they could be bad. I've seen bad Florida. And it's like when it's never going to end because they're so delusional down there in the South, and especially when it comes to their football, and they just think they're the best, and the Big Ten's the worst. So we just got to continue stacking national titles on them. That's what we got to do, and that's why I root for when it comes to December, January. I'm rooting for the Big Ten because I'm sick of this SEC narrative. It's getting out of hand.
The thing that was so funny about the Pavia comments or that he's talking like he has an Ohio State team behind him. Like he's like, Vanderbilt is this, and we're going to run Nashville and all this stuff. And then the follow-up question was, do you believe you're saying Vanderbilt has like top player NIL money? And his quote was, no, but we'll get there. So he doesn't even have the financial backing for the things that he's saying that they're going to be like. He's like trying to speak all of this into existence, and good on him. But I got the thing that we love about Curt Cignetti is that he doesn't just talk. He says things that he's confident he can back up. And it feels like Pavia just wrote a lot of checks that I'm not sure Vanderbilt's going to be able to cash for him this year.
Poor whoever's the chancellor or the AD at Vanderbilt is just shaking his head.
Like, we're not spending that much. What are you talking about? Like, we're going to outspend Tennessee, Knoxville? Yeah. You're going to lower the education or the academic standards to get into Vanderbilt? Is that just going to change? No. Good luck to him. Definitely good luck to him. The Big Ten.
John said he went on The Voice of Alabama and told them that Indiana will win a natty before the SEC.
Shout out to
yes, John. Let's go.
I love it, John.
Bring me that energy.
I believe that is hosted by Jackson Johnson,
our boy. Shout out Jackson Johnson. Good guy.
And if I'm not mistaken, is no, I actually don't. I'll
There's
have to
no
go
way
back and
Jackson
look.
Johnson shipped that message. There's no way. Talk about delusional. Good guy. Delusional SEC head. He just is. He's just one of those guys.
The Voice of College Football has great shows though. It's funny. It was funny
Yeah.
when
100%.
not to go back to Cash Herrera, but when the Cash Herrera news broke, I checked out the Iowa guys and saw what they had to say about a quarterback leaving the class. And it's kind of funny that like, okay, it looks like Ohio State's going to take Indiana's like number one quarterback target. So then, well, this technically number two, I guess, but and so Indiana's just going to go and take the guy from Iowa. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't know if I want the guy from Iowa though, you know.
La Jolla, it's listen.
I'll take La Jolla, California though. I'll take that.
I trust the staff. I trust the staff.
Blake Barnett, Julian Sayin from around that area. Just to name a few, you know, top guys.
One of the other things that Voice of College Football was doing, you may have seen it on this channel. Shout out to Chris. He's been the one who's been running all the simulations. He has Voice of College Football 365. Go check him out. But he's been running NCAA 14 simulations with the 2025 rosters. I've seen the IU versus Illinois. I've seen IU versus Iowa. Indiana won both those games by multiple scores. No surprises there. It's just another cool thing to pass the time as you're itching for football.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't lie. I was sitting there watching. Like I'm sitting there like
against Oregon because that's the game I'm focused on. Like I think
I know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure it's going to come to the channel. But it's funny when I texted him because I was like good stuff with that. Like love seeing Indiana win. And he's like, I don't want to hear it when they don't win. And I was like, well then I'm just not going to push those videos. You won't hear those from me.
We don't need a video game to know that Indiana is going to. I don't know. Iowa, I could see us going in there and winning by 30. Illinois at home, I could actually see that being kind of a dogfight. I do think Illinois is going to be good. Maybe not top 10 good, like people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see. That's a game they have to win to be considered that top 10 team. You know, they're trying to take our spot. Are we just going to let them do that in our place? No, that's what SIG. Did I just say the SIG pregame speech right now in June? They're coming in our place and trying to take our spot in the Big Ten in terms of our bid in the college football playoff. Are you guys going to let that fucking happen? No. And then Mikhail Kamara barges through a wall, and the rest of the team just follows through whatever holes he created as he gets to the stadium. They got to replace that.
It almost seems unfair that they get to train with Derek Owings every day.
I want to train with Derek Owings. I'm getting ripped these days. I feel like I can hang with the boys. Give me, come on,
get us in that weight room. There was Big Ten Huddle ranked the wide receivers in the Big Ten. I don't have the list in front of me. But Surratt was at number 3. Surratt was at number 3 behind both Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. Omar Cooper was also on the list, but I think Indiana Edits was the one who I saw this from, noted that McCulley was like 10 slots higher than Omar Cooper, which is insane because Omar Cooper was so good at his job that he literally took Donovan McCulley's job.
That's insane. They have Donovan McCulley ranked on this list, period. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's another part of the Michigan delusion where it's like, yeah, he's going to be the number 1 receiver on your team next year. Like, it's like, I don't want to put kids down or speak negatively, but that's a big ask for somebody who's like needs a lot of development as a receiver. And maybe they've seen that refinement and development over the last however long it's been since he's officially been with the program.
I can tell you Big Ten Huddle has not seen that refinement. I don't guarantee you that the guys who made the list did not see it. They're just going off names.
But Surratt,
they see 6'5", they see 210, they see former 4-star quarterback, they see led Indiana in receiving on a 2-win team. Above Omar Cooper is just insane. Insanity. It's like you can't even put him over EJ Williams. they literally picked EJ Williams over Donovan McCulley. Whether or not that was like just based on mutual interest, who knows? Like I guess I can't really use that as a means to say EJ Williams is better than Donovan McCulley, just from like a logic standpoint. Can't really use that. The Omar Cooper thing.
It's crazy. He might be the most.
He's a top 10 receiver in the big. I'm looking at this list right now. Who's he better than? Brandon Innes, I think, is good. I think Dane Key, need to see more. DeCorian Moore, that freshman coming into Oregon, let me tell you, he's one of them ones. He is one of them ones. Watch out for DeCorian
Freaky
Moore.
freak.
Freaky freak.
Yeah, we're going to have to see him.
I watch him. It's just like Jamar Chase. That's what I see. I don't know what his build is, but I just see Jamar Chase when I watch him. I don't think he's as big. I don't think he is as big either, which is concerning, but like he moves like him is kind of what I'm saying, right? Octavian Smith, Trevor Pena. I mean, yeah, I don't see how.
Shout out to Ocean Township's own Trevor Pena.
I don't know how Omar Cooper is not consensus number 11.
No, honestly. I'm with you, and I think it's funny because Surratt.
You could argue him in that field, like in this list. The top 10 is all the same. It's all got Innis. It's got DeCorian Moore, Mekhi Lemon. I think the Mekhi Lemon hype is a little too much, to be honest. I love Jacoby Lane. I think Jacoby Lane's an absolute dog. He's going to play on Sundays. It's going to be really good. But like, can you convince me Carnell Tate's better than Surratt? Can you convince me that Trevor Pena is better than Omar Cooper? Can you convince me?
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm pulling like
it's definitely not a 10 slot difference.
No, it's
within
not.
The conference.
I might. You're gonna.
I'm good. I'm done. I'm done with my. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, people talk about Elijah Surratt as this underrated receiver, and to an extent, he is. But he's carrying a top 5 PFF grade in terms of returning receivers. Like Omar Cooper is so slept on. To like, I'm a big fan of Trevor Pena, Ocean Township's own Trevor Pena. Like same high school graduated from. Like he's like if you're you can't tell me Omar Cooper is at least not on his level. Like that's insane. You're not watching receivers.
I think Omar Cooper, besides Jeremiah Smith, is the best 50-50 ball guy on this list. Jacoby Lane's right there though. I mean, he's like right there with Jacoby.
But you're talking top 3 in the you're talking top 3, top 5 in the conference in terms of 50-50 balls.
Yeah. And then we know he got faster this offseason because that was his main focus was the separation, right? Because why do a 50-50 ball when he catch a wide open pass, you know?
Well, he's also put on
from Omar, and he's just being so slept on. And it's the brand brain, guys. Like we're talking, this is a playoff team. The 2 returning receivers are back. How do you just not just like blindly put Omar Cooper in the top 10? I don't understand. I don't understand how you don't do that. Like, oh, all of a sudden USC has 2 top 5 receivers in the Big Ten. Like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Miller Moss wouldn't have needed to got benched if he had 2 top 5 Big Ten receivers on his roster. Wouldn't have gotten benched. Unless I'm low on Miller Moss, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah. I don't know. You could argue like Kyle McCord.
You would think Jaden Maiyava doesn't throw 2 pick sixes in the last 2 minutes against Notre Dame. You would think Mekhi Lemon or Jacoby Lane can get open if they're top, 5 receivers in the Big Ten. You would think.
I don't know. They put up a lot of points in that game. I don't know. Listen, the point is Omar Cooper slept on. That's the point.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I got a little heated by that because Coop's my guy. Coop's gonna have a big year this year. We might have 2,000-yard receivers this year. And EJ gives us another 500. Ooh, that'd be fun.
Ooh.